Initial contact, more than just a traffic violation. The incident unfolded on a seemingly quiet roadway in Santa Rosa County, where Deputy Groan of the Sheriff's Office initiated a routine traffic stop. The primary reason? A series of observed traffic violations. Most notably, the driver was traveling approximately 20 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone and repeatedly failing to maintain the lane. While these infractions may have appeared minor, they raised immediate concerns for the officer, who had to assess whether the driver was experiencing a mechanical issue, was under the influence, or had another valid reason for the erratic driving.
Shoot before I got him. Show me your hands. Put your hands on the wheel. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Or me on the east side of the low nose glass. Show me your hands. Both of you. Both of your hands. Both of your hands.
My hands are right here.
Alright. Unlock it.
As Deputy Groan approached the vehicle, he encountered the driver, later identified as Mary Lee. Right from the outset, Mary's demeanor and initial explanations played a pivotal role in shaping the officer's perception of the situation. She attributed her slow speed and erratic driving to a faulty transmission, and further explained that she was in the process of moving. Crucially, she also claimed that her wallet had been stolen, creating an immediate obstacle in verifying her identity. While her explanation was plausible, it prompted the officer to request standard documentation, a driver's license, vehicle registration, and proof of insurance, essential elements in any traffic stop to confirm the driver's legal status and the legitimacy of the vehicle. This was where the encounter began to take a concerning turn. Mary was unable to produce any form of identification, which raised immediate red flags for the officer. What had started as a simple traffic stop now shifted toward a more complex investigation.
I'll bring the wheelchair up. Stop resisting. Stop starting to scratch. Got the foot. Got the foot. I got on top.
As Deputy Groan had to determine whether Mary was being truthful about her identity or if there were underlying issues that warranted further scrutiny. To gather more information, Deputy Groan engaged Mary in further conversation, asking about her recent whereabouts and reasons for being on the road. Her answers remained inconsistent, occasionally contradicting her initial statements. This lack of clarity only deepened the officer's concerns, making it essential to proceed with further inquiries. Escalating suspicion, the discovery of the pipe. As the interaction progressed, Deputy Groan's attention was drawn to an object resting on the vehicle's dashboard, a small metal pipe. With years of experience, he quickly identified signs of burnt residue inside the pipe, leading to the suspicion that it may have been drug paraphernalia. When questioned, Mary dismissed its significance, claiming that the pipe belonged to her boyfriend, who worked on large trucks and used it as a tool. However, the officer's training enabled him to recognize the distinct characteristics of drug-related items, and the presence of the pipe shifted the focus of the stop from a simple traffic violation to a potential narcotics-related offense. The discovery of the pipe significantly altered the dynamics of the situation. What had initially seemed like an issue of missing identification and minor traffic infractions now had the potential to develop into a much more serious case. Deputy Groan was no longer just dealing with a driver who lacked ID. He was now faced with a potential drug-related offense, which necessitated a different investigative approach. Mary's behavior at this point also became more defensive. She insisted that she did not use drugs and maintained that the pipe did not belong to her. The officer, however, remained observant of her body language and verbal responses, noting signs of increasing nervousness. These observations further informed his decision-making process as he continued assessing the situation. Identity verification, a web of inconsistencies. The absence of identification presented a major challenge for Deputy Groan. Verifying an individual's identity was one of the most crucial aspects of law enforcement. It ensured accountability, prevented misidentification, and helped establish whether the individual had prior offenses or outstanding warrants. In this case, multiple attempts to verify Mary's identity through law enforcement databases yielded no results. This discrepancy, coupled with her inconsistent statements, heightened the officer's suspicion. During the exchange, Mary mentioned that she was recently released from prison and reiterated that her wallet was stolen. While these claims could have been true, they further complicated the verification process. In an attempt to confirm her identity, Deputy Groan asked if he could search her backpack for any form of identification. Inside, he found a prescription bottle with her name on it, which he attempted to use for identification purposes. However, without any official records to corroborate her identity, the situation remained unresolved. As the interaction continued, Deputy Groan evaluated his next steps carefully. With multiple inconsistencies in Mary's statements, the presence of potential drug paraphernalia, and an inability to verify her identity, the situation remained dynamic and required a measured response. These factors, combined with the officer's reasonable suspicion that further criminal activity might be involved, prompted a deeper investigation. Vehicle search, uncovering more than expected. Given the mounting suspicions, Deputy Groan decided to conduct a thorough search of the vehicle. This decision was based on Mary's inability to provide verifiable identification, her contradictory statements, and the discovery of potential drug paraphernalia. Recognizing that these red flags suggested possible criminal activity, the officer proceeded with caution. During the search, officers uncovered further incriminating evidence, reinforcing their suspicions. The discovery not only confirmed some of the officers' initial concerns, but also revealed additional factors warranting immediate action. As a result, Mary was placed under arrest, an action justified by multiple factors, including her lack of identification, the presence of drug paraphernalia, and the inconsistencies in her statements. However, the arrest was not the conclusion of this case, but rather the beginning of a deeper investigation into both the driver and the vehicle. Jail search and discovery of methamphetamine. Following her arrest, Mary underwent a standard search at the jail, an essential procedure to ensure the safety of detainees and facility staff. During this search, officers discovered a plastic bag hidden on her person containing a crystalline substance, which was later confirmed to be methamphetamine. This finding drastically escalated the severity of the charges against her. Additionally, 2 glass smoking devices found in her vehicle tested positive for methamphetamine, further corroborating suspicions of drug-related activity. The presence of these substances validated the officer's initial concerns and highlighted the extent of Mary's criminal involvement. Legal analysis, charges, and implications. Mary faced multiple charges, including obstruction without violence, driving with a suspended license, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Each charge carried significant legal consequences. The obstruction charge stemmed from her attempts to hinder the officer's investigation, while the suspended license violation underscored her disregard for traffic laws. The possession charges further emphasized the severity of her offenses. Additionally, existing failure to appear warrants compounded the complexity of her legal situation. The officer's actions throughout the encounter were guided by sound legal principles, including reasonable suspicion and probable cause, ensuring that every step, from the initial stop to the final arrest, was legally justified. Lessons learned and legal reminders. This case provides valuable insights into the complexities of law enforcement and the potential consequences of engaging in criminal activity. It underscores the importance of adhering to traffic laws, providing truthful information to law enforcement, and respecting the legal process. It serves as a reminder that all individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This analysis is intended for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. If you have legal concerns, seeking professional legal counsel is always advisable.